L is for the way you look at me. We don't just have couples, we got Throubles. And we've got Adultry and DayCare and Confessions of Love. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Love it.
Welcome to Why Women Kill. Woo! I'm your host, Jackie Nova. That's right, baby. What an episode. And we've got a special guest here tonight. We've got David Banks on to the left.
Yeah. Hello.
He is not only from Why Women Kill, he's an actor, comedian with so many credits that I cannot keep counting, baby boos.
Oh, hey. Look at that. That's an introduction.
Welcome.
What do I say?
Welcome, David Banks.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And we've got an extraordinary filmmaker here with he's done Black Coffee, which has turned into a TV series.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we've got George Khouri. We love you.
What's up? I just want to tell the audience that I am honored to have Mr. David Banks in studio, in person. He looks just as good in his person as he does on the screen. And his Instagram is lit. Follow him on the gram. On the gram. He is lit up.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out because I got an Instagram message from a Sam Suwanpi Boone. He's all about Why Women Kill, and he's so excited that you're on the show. So I said, I'm going to give you a shout out because he's always on live. He's always checking us out. So I wanted to give him a super shout out.
Beautiful. Sam, thank you.
So, oh my God, like, please, guys, this episode, what is up with the Throubles and and my and the Adultries and DayCare? Like, what's that? Holy cow.
There's some good lines, and it's just getting deeper and deeper and better, and it's just kind of, it seems like it's sucking you in.
Yes.
You know?
It is so sucking you in. It's got me so sucked in that I barely wrote even notes. I was just like, my mouth was dropped with all the goodness and juiciness. And what did you think, George?
Echoing off what David said, Jackie, deeper and deeper. The word I wrote down in my notes was levels. Lots of levels in this show. And to have the best episode 5 in with it only getting better, hats off to the writers.
Absolutely.
Hats off to the writers. I mentioned earlier I wanted to know more about Carl. I got to know a lot more about Carl. Yes. I got to see a lot of more emotions and connections and vulnerabilities of the characters, and that's what I like to see in a show that gets better, and it gets better by getting deeper and getting me more attached as a viewer. Salute.
Amen. Like you said, levels, there's layers, there's just love, and it just keeps getting better, and it hooks. The only thing I don't like is the fact that we can't watch it all in one sitting. We've got to wait a week. And that's when a good show reels you in.
Yeah, that's when you're like putting that timer and you're like,
is it Thursday yet? Yeah. And a good show will do that to you, and it's funny because as the week progresses, you're like, okay, it's only Tuesday. Oh, shoot. You know what I mean?
I know. And so just before we even get into more about the episodes and the complications about it, David, like, how was it working on set with Lucy Liu and
that was a blast. And I mean, she was super sweet. And it's one of those things too where they always say it's not good to meet your idols or people you look up to, people you admire, people you've watched. Because it can be disappointing sometimes, obviously. Like, but when you meet someone and they live up to that, and they're like, wow, he or she really is sweet, really is nice, really is humble and down to earth, and loves the work and everything else. It's a beautiful thing to see. It really is. Someone that's really involved in it, and just it just has fun. Because that's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah, and talking about fun, that outfit you had on, right, George? We were talking about this outfit.
So David asked me, he said, George, what was your favorite era? And I know, Jackie, you hit him with the 60s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I said 80s all the way, which happens to be the era you were in.
I think you and I are 80s guys for sure.
80s guys.
100% for sure.
So what was it like getting into that fit? And now, viewers, I know you remember it. That was episode 3.
That was
episode 3. So you saw his fit in the ballroom. I want to know how you got into that thing. Did it take long with wardrobe?
You know what? we put it on with a smile, and he goes, I got something special for you. And I go, bring it on. What is it? And we talked about the wardrobe, that warehouse earlier, how big it is, and you're literally walking through aisles of, okay, there's the 60s, there's the 70s, there's the 80s, and again, 80s guys that we are.
Yeah.
I'm walking through, I'm seeing the neon colors, the big shoulder pads, the poofy, the swatch, all that stuff. I'm like, wow, the big belts with the buckles and the little, but I mean, it's crazy. It's a beautiful time, and to me, I go back thinking about it's just how much fun it was growing up with the cassettes and and everything really, and you tell that to people now, they're like, what? They don't get it unless they've lived it or seen it. Yeah. It's a beautiful time, full of colors and, like you said, the pads and everything. It was it's just you can't. And to see them recreate that is beautiful. Like we talk about the Pacer, the car, the Pacer.
Yeah, the
stuff.
Pacer was dope.
Whoa, the cars on this show is just anyway. See, that's what we were also talking about. That like, not only does this like appeal to women, it appeals to men, which is like, Desperate Housewife didn't really have that because I don't know, men were like, oh, here's another woman.
No guys are waiting for Thursday night at 5, whatever. Desperate Housewives is on. I mean, they might have. I don't know. They could have. We never know. But
we never know. Right?
And I think, it's almost like they're calling it Desperate Housewives 2.0. As it should. Because again, it is, but they're getting, again, the guys and the girls that are really, really like, whoa, okay. We can all kind of relate to that in some way. Yeah. Which is, obviously things going on, and obviously, hopefully we won't relate to the adultery and everything, all that stuff going on, the deep, dark, demented stuff. But the good things that are going on, we can kind of,
I'm learning how to become a better man watching this series.
That's the thing.
I'm letting them make all the mistakes, and I'm like, okay,
we're going to watch and learn.
Yeah, we're watching and learning.
Because, I was thinking that in the way here tonight, a lot of guys really, unfortunately, it seems like the Jennifer Goodwin's character, who's so lovable and so just sweet and generous. She's the kind of girl, if she is going to kill you, she's probably going to do it with a smile. Pull the knife out and clean it.
And
Sorry.
in the first episode, she really does bring that up. You see that she's like, because when she discovered that he's being a bad, naughty boy, she had that knife, and she's like, you just never know how you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
I don't know. I saw the younger Beth Ann bash the baby against the little unicorn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I was like, bruh, something's coming.
It started at an early age. Yeah. But I was saying, it's almost, I hate to say it, but a lot of these, you get a wife like that who's just generous, loving, giving, kind, sweet, brings you tuna casserole at the office. I mean, who doesn't love tuna casserole?
Right.
And those are the guys that are like, well, I want to mess around. And it's like, oh, what are you doing? You have it so good.
You have it so good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the worst part is he says he loves his wife. Yeah. And guys, man, we make mistakes, and you know what? I'm gonna let the characters on the show make the mistakes, and I'm gonna learn from them. And I ain't making the mistakes.
That's right. Yeah. So thank you, Mark Cherry.
Yeah, Mark.
Thank you.
It's kind of like
the men are thanking you.
Mark, they had like sex ed in high school, and there's like gentleman's ed. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing. I'm growing.
Talking about Mark, did you get to meet him on set? Was he like on set?
He was not there. Although I was thrilled to work with David Grossman, obviously doing Buffy and everything else. Just one of those creative minds, almost like the David Fincher type, which is really just knows what he's doing, has a vision, has a plan, and that's what it's happening. Okay, here, bam. Very organized. And it was, to me, it's just a thrill to see that, and I love it. Working with people that just have this is what I'm doing. Yeah. This is what's going on today, and there's nothing that's going to steer him away or okay, sure. It's just a goal, and it's a path that's got to be, and I love it. I admire that out here because there's so many directors are so complex. But yet they're so all kind of unique and different in their own little way. Some are you have the Woody Allen approach. It's just, here's a script, have fun. If you see it, you want to use some stuff, there's a premise. If not, do your own thing. And there's some that, nope, that wasn't written. That's what's said. Say that. And it's like, oh, okay. So you respect.
Right. And it's a little more so in TV.
Like that.
It's a little more so in TV.
Yes. As a writer, I like that. Because, I worked long hours, long nights to write that script, say the words.
Yeah, you don't want someone butchering it. And we should respect that.
Yeah. Right. We should respect it. But, since we all do write and stuff like that.
But let me just say, if Lucy Liu got my script, say what you want.
Exactly.
Whatever you got to say, Lucy Liu.
You want to add to that? Your magic?
Better than what I could write.
For sure.
Because you don't mind if there's a little something in between.
Yeah. I think we should all be able to create and improv and make our own little magic. If we see something that could be added respectfully and tastefully.
Can I drop a quote I just made up?
Please.
Yeah.
No one ever got mad at better.
Oh, wow. I like that. I like that.
That's deep.
That's great.
Hey, you know
That's
what I'm
amazing.
saying? Why women kill? If we need an assistant writer, I'm in the house. I'll do it for free as an internship, just to be in the room with y'all, talking about Throubles, talking about all this dope writing. Y'all are dope.
Some great writing.
Oh my God. Talking about great writing. So then the complications in this episode 5 is, I mean, we've got we've got Taylor and Eli, which is now family member with Jade. And Taylor's going to be going to confess to the sisters, like, oh, why was that? And then we've got like April with Beth Ann, which are becoming super close.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, they're like best friends. And Simone and Carl with Tommy Boy. Ooh, these are complications. What's your favorite out of these 3? Because it's the same household, but out of the 3.
I'm going to go with my, Jennifer is just, again, she's so sweet and so lovable. I just saw an interview with her a couple days ago where, like, wait a minute, should your husband worry about in real life? No. He's a good guy. He's not misbehaving, so he's safe. He's fine.
Safe.
Yeah. But again, she's so likable and she's so fun in what she does. It's like, oh, you kind of root for her. You really
I feel that.
I got a little excited when he said, no, I'm not cheating on my wife. I'm like, good for you. Good,
I like
you know what I mean?
that. I like that. Finally in her corner, he's always bashing her.
I know.
And I was happy to see him stand up for her for once.
Yeah, and you notice in the last episode, the gentleman said, listen, you've got a good wife. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You've got a good thing. You're a lucky man.
That's right.
And I think it just kind of clicked. And us guys, we're slow learners. We don't always get that right away. Unfortunately, we make mistakes from looking at people, and we're like, well, I guess, you're right. I do have a good, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to butcher that. So let me, okay. But it takes a while for us to kind of get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Slow learners.
Slow learners. I'm a very slow learner.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Like, I mean, if you were in a situation like this where it's like, I mean, there's Beth Ann, and Beth Ann is like making best friends now with April, and then, you know, with a man like this.
Yeah, well, like Sheila said, it's, what are you doing? But yet, keep your friends closer. What is it? Your friends closer, your enemies closer,
enemies
right?
closer.
Yeah, I mean, it's very true. And as hard as that would be, again, she's so likable too. You can't help but to like, okay.
I know. I like them both. It's so complicated.
But I put honesty as my first policy. And as likable as Beth Ann is, and as tight as you're becoming with April, Beth Ann, now's the time to come clean.
Yeah.
Please,
because now April's trusting you, she's confiding in you, and now's the time just to tell her what's up, or you're going to compromise a beautiful thing. And honestly, I think they get along so well. Maybe they should just consider taking each other out to dinner. I don't know.
I was going to say, if it was this generation, that might happen. You know what I mean? It wouldn't happen in the 60s, but it might now.
Right, but I'm almost thinking like, you never know. I mean, I'm sure something happened in the 60s because the hippies and all that, they were all free flowing and going. Like, oh my God.
I'm gonna ship them. I'm gonna call Beth Ann and April April needs to make a move. They need to go out to dinner, make your brownies, and then go out. And you know what? When April's singing, Beth Ann's gonna be on the keys, and you got April, the new band, and Lovers.
I was envisioning like the kiss it up, sit up, sit up. I'm like seeing Beth Ann playing the piano.
I'm sure she saw that too.
And you know what? When they hugged each other, it looked more genuine. Than when Carl hugs Beth Ann, or than when Beth Ann.
When Rob,
sorry.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay.
When Rob hugs Beth Ann, and when Rob also hugs April. It looked better when we had Beth Ann and April hugging each other.
Yes. I don't know. This is getting really juicy. I just really would. I hope for sure that she could just come clean, because maybe they can just all be friends.
And that's the thing, because your mind. Ooh, maybe no. Well, that wouldn't. Well, that might work. That wouldn't. But that could. So your mind really starts kind of traveling in this zone.
I mean,
of like, ooh.
if the players in 2019 could pull it off,
why not, right? But I mean,
look into the future.
It's so bizarre because April does mention like, I'm falling in love.
And then you're like, oh.
Did you see Beth Ann's face? Like, what do you think about that? Her face was like,
it said it all.
She's like, not now, not now. And I think the reason why she was saying not now, she didn't want to hear Rob's response. She feared that Rob would be like, I love you too.
Oh, yeah.
But yo, he got gangster real quick.
He did, really
He talked about the L word. Yeah. Yo, he was talking like he was from DC, where I'm from. He's like, yo, we talked about the L word.
He had like
that wasn't no Burbank talk. Talk about the L word.
Burbank.
You say that in a rap video. You know what I'm saying? L word. What's the L word, bro? Like he went in.
Yeah, he was like disgusted.
Like that would never happen.
Because I'm not leaving my wife.
And I love that though. Just okay, well,
yeah.
We saw an assertiveness, and like we said, we saw someone rooting for the underdog. Finally, and it felt great.
Yeah,
it did. Because like you said, he goes, "You knew what this was when this whole thing began. That's it. Nothing more."
Exactly. I think Beth Ann is feeling like a little bit. She's feeling really sorry for April.
Yeah.
She's like not going to the game to hang out with her husband, which like she would have died for this before April. And then now like April is like sucking her in, like she's falling in love with April without really falling in love.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I know. George is like, I want to see these two cuties together.
Yeah. And it may happen. Who knows? We got a handful of episodes left. It might happen.
If Beth Ann tried brownies that has pot in it, I think this is possible.
I love her. This is reefer. Just the reaction when she threw it. And last, that was hilarious.
She was like, no, oh my God.
Who does? Musicians do that. and losers. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
I don't think I've seen Beth Ann move this quickly when she saw Rob in the car.
Yeah.
What was up with that?
See, if I were her, I would have taken. I thought it was interesting that she ran back in the bathroom. I'm kind of glad she did because she got to hear the reality of the situation, which she would have never heard, and it's bringing more clarity and more confidence. But if it were me, I would have kept running
down the hall. That's what I thought too. I would have taken a beeline for that hallway for sure. But she went in the back, and they're like, no, what are you doing? It's like just the killer running into the woods. They're like, no, go that way.
But then again, it worked out. We're a man, she's a woman. We're learning the tricks.
We're learning the tricks. And I think the thing is, maybe don't get yourself put in that position. Like Lucy Liu in the bedroom. Oh my gosh, look who's home. It's those close calls that we all like. Oh, is she gonna make? Oh, okay. What's she making the bed? What is she doing? She should be getting out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I love that you're transitioning right into that because going into Lucy Liu and Tommy, like, what is she thinking? She's making it so complicated.
Oh, it's complicated. See, Carl, who's showing more of himself now, more of his personality. Let me say, I like Carl's personality.
I kind of do too.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was a square earlier. I thought he was a little too nonchalant about life, but he's just kind of a chess master. He's staying quiet, and because he's a creeper himself, he knew all the symptoms. So he's like, I know you're having an affair. He's sitting in the office with his shoes kicked up on the desk.
Yep.
Oh, that's what husbands do.
That's right.
And then again, like everyone's getting gangster this episode. This is not Burbank. Just like I said about Rob, he drove his car into another car.
All in Pasadena, people.
All along, right? This is the interesting part, right? So Simone all along thought that Carl was going to end up being a cock block, but in reality, he ended up being a wingman. And helping her out of the situation.
Yes.
And me having gay friends, they're the most resourceful people on earth. You need something done, they get it done. They find a way to get it done.
Yeah. And he's got so much money, he doesn't care. I mean, when he smashed into that car, I was like,
who smashes a 911 into a Mercedes?
That kind of hurt me, seeing that scene. I hope that they're prop cars, but they looked mighty real to me.
Real. Yeah. Avoiding a kitten or a dog, but
I know, he was all confused. It didn't even matter, but I mean, my God, geez. I mean,
the loyalty. I mean, hey, I want to help you out of this, and I'm going to put you in I'm going to smash into a car, and it's going to work. You're going to jog on by in that beautiful orange-looking outfit, and it's going to be great.
Didn't she just look so cute? She
looked great.
Simone, Miss Lucy Liu.
Yeah, she did. And when she was running up with the stripes, were they orange? The orange vibe.
I'm going to wear something like that next week, people.
Next week.
Jackie, don't do it to us. Then I'm going to have to bust out his outfit from episode 3. If you want to compete,
listen, if he wants to come next week and talk with us, come on.
As long as you're wearing orange.
As long as you're wearing orange.
We're going to go from yellow to orange.
I love it. Oh
That's great.
But she brought it. Again, complicated when she was upstairs in the room, and then she tidied everything up. she was waiting, what I thought was slick in that situation. You know, the complication of going to that home, going back and forth. I was assuming, hey, just keep it in your house because the alibi is that Tommy's the cleaner. So you could justify Tommy being in your house, but I think they got thrilled with the sex. The sex looked great and amazing. They were enjoying it.
Yeah.
But again, the complicated factor, be simple. Like, you already have a free pass for him inside your home.
Right.
Why are you going there?
And you've got a new van.
Right.
Maybe the windows aren't tinted. I don't know. But
what's driving me crazy, she's such a fancy woman. She said what to do to the boo.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have so much money. I don't know. Get a fancy hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she just wanted to
She's
go.
probably likes that thrill of like, ooh, he's younger. And I don't care. It's going to be a cheap place. I don't care where the hell it is because his six-pack tab, blah, blah. And like, you know, the bod. And she's just going crazy.
I was rolling when the cop found them and she's like, oh, you think I'm a prostitute? They don't wear Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah. Exactly.
In WeHo they do, though. Maybe not in Burbank.
Not in Burbank.
Oh my
But we know
God.
they probably do.
But I knew it when she was bending over like that in the car and she had like that sexy outfit with the heels. I'm going, oh my God, okay, I know it's really expensive gear, but like you're kind of looking like a prostitute right now.
But I think a part of her puts herself, I think she gets a thrill out of the complicated situation. You see how quick-witted she is when she said, read his license, I know the address.
Yeah,
and then when
like how would I know this information?
When she got inside of Tommy's house with the lady on the couch, she started coughing to disguise her voice. I'm like, whoa, this is next level.
This is totally
This is her
Some
thrill.
people do like that.
They like the thrill.
Yeah.
Simone wants the thrill.
Yeah. I think
Simone-
secretly, I mean, you can get dark in this, and I think I might have been like that when I was younger, but now I'm like you said, I'm learning from the mistakes. I don't want to do that. That's too much work. I don't want let's just kind of do what's easier. But
Exactly.
some people live for that kind of excitement and that rush and that, am I going to get caught? Am I not going to get caught? I'm close to getting caught, so this is kind of fun.
Yeah,
A little bit too daring for me.
Yeah.
I like to sit back and watch it. That's what's nice.
Like, we could watch it all day long,
Absolutely.
right?
But if I'm involved, no.
Hell no. I'm a 6'4" bearded Middle Eastern man. I ain't sneaking in nobody's house.
By the way, it looks like Borat. Like,
Borat, yeah.
We saw a picture. That was
I could
great.
look like Drake and I could look like Borat. You know what I'm saying? If you see my Drake parodies online, watch the Hotline Bling
that's
parody.
awesome.
25 million views. Just type in Hotline Bling parody. But I could also be Borat. Or I could be a suspect in a home getting arrested very easily.
That's great.
So you know what? I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to just invite somebody over and not sneak in anyone else's house.
Exactly.
Only
That's
I
why,
can do.
Mark Cherry, if you're listening, we love you so much.
Yeah.
You can easily cast us too.
I know. Writer, actor, we got it all.
Boom, exactly. What did you think about like what Carl mentioned when he said, this could be the perfect arrangement?
That was, again, the chess master Carl.
Yeah.
The chess master who I dismissed. It was passive Carl, who I thought nonchalant. He's so much, and again, the levels and layers.
Yeah.
He's so much more in tune and aware and introspective than I ever imagined. I like that line. I like that
love it.
approach. And you could see a love. It's a different kind of love.
Sure.
He still wants the camaraderie. He wants
He does his best friend.
Like you said,
friend.
you're my best friend.
Yes.
And that's what, and it's a very typical thing. I'm tired of every time you log on Instagram, I'm marrying my best friend today. I am sick of seeing that. But there is some truth to that. About marrying your best, because it is a friend, and it should be a friendship. My mom said to me years ago, she goes, you need to find someone and marry someone that you can laugh with, you can have a great time with, that you're in love with, but most importantly, you're in like with, that you love being around this person.
Yeah.
It's a great friend. So you guys can sit on your porch when you're 80, the looks have faded, and you can talk, you can laugh, you can have a good time and be friends.
Or you could be us and looks will be still there.
There you go. With you two, I'm sure it will be. Yeah. I'll be sitting there looking like an old 80-year-old with a mustache that's creeping and won't be pretty.
And
but-
you know what? He was onto something until he dropped the dishwasher line. Which wrote.
Yeah.
Something about doing the dishes. I don't mind. Sleeping with a woman's like doing dishes. I don't.
That was a little too
line.
pushing. Yeah, because it showed that I don't really want to be doing it with you, but I will if I have to. If you ask. Don't really want to do it.
I
I'd
don't
rather do the
mind
busboy.
someone else.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're like, well, we get it, Carl. You do not like women.
Yeah.
We totally get it. But I do like that he's so easygoing.
Very
He's
easygoing.
He's likable. And it's like, okay, you know what? If you have me in a mansion like that, let me tell you something.
You know what?
I will do says, be your best friend, and I will go on about my business, and I'll just be like, okay, cool. So I can do whatever I want, and you're just chill, and you're not freaking being stressful.
That's a solution.
Perfect solution.
I wish I could cross times. I did say Carl instead of Rob earlier, but I realized all mistakes aren't really mistakes. They happen for a reason.
Yeah.
What if Carl and Beth Ann met?
Ooh. Oh, wow.
That would be
levels.
Cool. Levels.
Writers, time traveling.
And again, speaking of the writing again, like we talked about earlier, I don't think anything's been even remotely close to this as far as taking different genres and putting them in the same house and the same. I mean, that's pretty deep. And if you think about it, and if that idea was pitched, you might think, it just sounds a little confusing.
It'd be too confusing for me to even want to read.
I know.
What?
But then the execution of this, the fact that they executed that thought so well, this makes the show that much better.
Yes.
That much better. And talking about shows that are that much better, I want to just let everybody know why we love AfterBuzz so much and why AfterBuzz is making us so much better as hosts and actors and writers and all that stuff. Right, George? Like, tell everyone.
AfterBuzz is making us better.
That's
and
right.
y'all are making AfterBuzz better because you're making us the ESPN of talk radio. Swish. So if you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, okay? Because obviously we bring in the stars. If you're listening to iTunes, 5-star review. And if you please would like to leave a comment, Jackie would love to respond to that comment.
I love responding all the time.
So continue to help us grow. And I just want to say, being here at AfterBuzz means so much to me because I get to watch TV shows and then hang out with the people I'm watching on the TV shows. This is my dream job, yo.
Dream job. So we're going to get to Taylor, who's in Fresno, and she trusts Eli so much with Jade.
Okay.
And she's confessing to the sisters. That is so complicated.
Yeah.
I would not have confessed to my sisters. I would have been like, you know what? They live far away. They don't need to know.
They don't need to know.
This.
There's things you just keep private. Things you don't tell your family. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because they'll usually end up telling everybody else in the family, cousins, aunts, uncles, that shouldn't be into that kind of
a little too much. But I do like how besides that, I love the honesty because she just is like, she's tired of hiding, I guess, what's going on. And everybody already probably know, like her sisters already know what kind of lifestyle she has.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, very cool. But other than that, like, I mean, what did you guys think about like that particular, like with Jade helping? That was pretty like surprising.
Yeah.
Like, because we think of her as like the sexy, dipsy, whatever, but she's got like all these really creative ideas.
Going to come in with her 2 cents and create this masterpiece of a script in that short of time, but with some, obviously, the help of Adderall. Here you go.
Adderall, hello, that he should not be having.
No.
Everything's complicated.
Everything's complicated with this episode.
Yeah. But it leaves you thinking.
It leaves you wondering. You know, what I was always thinking about is Eli gonna get left in the dust? And that's what I thought all along.
For sure.
So when this happened, a part of me was like, okay, he's still included. And I know Taylor ain't there, but Taylor, you'd be gazing into Jade's eyes while he's here and be like, oh, go cook, honey, and dismissing him.
I know.
Which is a huge step up from the last episode because he was the guy that was, can I just help? Like,
he was the watcher.
You know?
No, I think he got his like mojo back when he realized that his agent was like, this is the best writing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Which just cha-ching, guess what? I can maybe pay this payment on this house now or get my own house with Jade. I don't know.
Right, I don't know. Yeah, there's going to be predictions for that.
One thing about men, we need affirmation. Yeah. And when you get affirmation from someone, it's kind of like with men, when the day we get our haircut, we feel fresh. Yeah. Music starts playing in our heads. Our car all of a sudden cleans itself. Yeah. We're cruising down the street. We're owning the road. We're feeling big and powerful.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens to us, Jackie, when we get compliments.
Yeah.
We are thirsty. Yeah. Men are thirsty for compliments.
We like them too.
Yes,
we do,
men like them too.
Yeah.
Men need the compliments too.
They don't even have to be sincere. You know,
exactly.
Are you hearing this, ladies?
Yeah. Just tell me something.
These are grown men letting you know what's up.
We're letting you know a little insight of what makes us feel good.
I'm glad I'm agrees too.
Sure.
Because most men, David, they won't admit it.
No.
But we're warriors.
Just for a second. You know what you did today was really, he said in the last episode, I just want to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and that's it.
Something, maybe you tell me that I coordinated my stuff together okay for once. You look okay today for once, David.
Yeah.
in your weird gear. You made that choice. That was not. Wow. Okay.
And this is what Eli just wanted. Mm-hmm. This is what he's been thirsty for.
He got it.
He got it, and he almost got caught just having his little solo act with Jade there in bed.
What are you doing with your voice, though? So what are you doing? Well, I'm just getting back to that tone. I'm in writing mode, and I got to bring it up again. Clever. And it's like, she's going to catch on. Wait, what? Walking the dog, 11:45? A little late?
Yeah.
The dog doesn't know what time it is.
I freaked out when the phone call came in from Taylor because I thought it was FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's
what I thought. Because he has her on the wallpaper, or maybe the photo say, things are getting hot in there.
Things are getting hot in
here too, producer. We could cool it down a little.
And that's why these dramas are doing so good, because they put you in those. I think at one point, every guy has been in that situation to where, okay, I made the wrong decision, the wrong choice, I'm going to get caught. And they always, it brings me back to something my teacher in high school said. He goes, you know what? I'm going to leave you kids with this. Tell the truth. It's the easiest thing to remember.
Yes.
We all tend to want to, lie and do this and create all these different, scenarios.
That's way better than mine. No one ever got mad at better.
Being better, but I love that one. That takes the cake.
That sucks.
That's amazing. No, it's
yours
great.
Is awesome. Yours takes the cake. You bro.
You bro. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna bring some news because we kind of covered this episode, but we're gonna bring some news and we're gonna talk some more about David Banks also, baby. But right now we're gonna talk about Mark Cherry and Why Women Kill is heading to France after CBS Studios International closes second major deal in the country in less than a week. So the CBS All Access drama, which makes the return to television of the Desperate Housewives creator and executive producer, will launch on French commercial broadcaster M6. The series, which stars Lucy Liu, we all know, Jennifer Goodwin, and Kirby Howell, tells 3 stories across 3 different time periods about married women who are driven to kill by the infidelity of their husbands. Produced by the Imagine Television Studios and CBS Television Studios, creator Mark Cherry serves as executive producer alongside Imagine's Brian Grazer, who I love so much, and Francis Calfo, and Acme Productions' Michael Hannell and Mindy Schultz-Thies. Mark Webb also serves as executive producers and directed the series premiere as well as additional episodes. Like, it's going
I'm genuinely happy to hear that.
Going global.
What would be trippy? What if season 2 takes place in Paris instead of Burbank or something?
Exactly. It's crazy. But and besides Mark Cherry, since we have David Banks here working it out, he's such an incredible actor, folks, and comedian. We are so blessed to have him grace us here at AfterBuzz. David Roy Banks is an American actor, currently best known for his role as Lane Hayes in Cut. Oh, remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're going to talk more about all those cool shows you were on. And he studied at Growling, so did I, in Second City.
Growling alum too. You are.
Yeah. And has appeared in over 100 commercials. Banks was born in Petaluma, California. Mm-hmm. He was like that little town.
Small
town of Northern California. The son of Tom Banks, and how do you pronounce your mom's name?
Aline.
I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. It's a beautiful name, by the way. Aline Banks. His father, Tom Banks, was an executive at Foot Cone and Building, San Francisco, and later moved on to Gray Advertising, which I've heard of so much of. That's freaking amazing.
Thank you.
And he's also responsible for California Raisins, Bank of America, C&H Sugar, and many more commercials. You have just absolutely worked it, David Banks. Is in the house.
Thank you. Like, again, an amazing interaction. What do I say to that? Jeez Louise.
Oh my God. It's like,
but like I said, we asked for those compliments, but now we're getting them.
Yeah, we're getting the inside scoop.
The inside scoop. So what was your favorite besides Why Women Kill? I mean, we already know you love being on this show.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's such a nice thing to do, to be able to work on a show that you're really like, wow, this is good. Because we've all done things that we're like, oh, this isn't so good.
Yeah. Was that costume like uncomfortable?
It was beautiful every minute. Because again, you cannot be mad at someone walking around like a pineapple, a human pineapple. It just looked, oh geez, okay. All right, and it's just,
Hi.
You don't apologize for looking that odd.
Fabulous and odd. Yeah. Is there a character that you would if a director or a writer was listening to you that you would have in your mind and you were like, I'd really like to portray this type of character, like more comedic side or dramatic, or you like it all because you're an actor?
I like the weird, quirky, sleazy, odd characters that are just, and I guess as actors, we don't really know what our characters are until it just kind of hits you one day, where I literally was like, okay, there's so many different levels of comedy. There's the spastic, over the top. There's the Jim Carrey, the John Candy, the dry, sarcastic Jason Bateman type, the deadpan, just kind of but I was like, I guess I started seeing my thing come in where the odd, sleazy guy you don't want to be around too long. I'm like, what? Why am I getting this? I go, well, I'm just gonna fall into it and enjoy it. It's weird. I was kind of offended at first. That was the things I was going out for. The really, again, the creepy, sleazy. But I'll never forget my mom watching Three's Company with us as a child, and every time Mr. Roper would come on, she'd go, oh, look, I have goosebumps. I can't. He's so disgusting. I'm like, I want to be that guy.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I want to be that sleazy guy that kind of just, he'd break the fourth wall and just kind of, with this really creepy look. I'm like, I like that.
Is it more difficult to play roles like that?
No, I think it's fun because you can really kind of get in it, and when you see the reaction of the kid, you are so gross, that I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? In a weird.
Now, is that why you did the whole mustache thing?
Because I'm just going for real creepy. I'm taking it to a new level.
I love
it.
The
Honestly
mustache.
works.
It really works.
What's cool is it looks dope in real life, and then maybe for acting, it can be used as creepy. So it's a win-win.
I'm still kind of. I was at the checkout at Ralph's the other day, and you do the self-checkout thing to kind of get in and out faster, and they have the camera, the screen in front of you, knowing that it's you, and I literally didn't. I go, oh, who's that creepy guy? Oh, that's me.
It's that creepy guy.
That guy is disgusting looking. And I really didn't think it was me at first, because I forget I have it, or I'll walk by a mirror and I'm like, oh gosh, this guy's gross.
Oh my God. We don't think you're gross. You're freaking amazing.
Thank you.
You are amazing on all kinds of levels, and you just have so much going on, and you're loving your agent. Get him to get you out there.
Yeah, we had this talk earlier about just doing things, staying busy, staying productive, staying active instead of staying at home waiting for the phone to ring, and I never will, and just getting out, creating your own content, just meeting new people, finding new people, and just kind of collaborating and doing things every single day.
Yeah.
I think.
What do you think was your breakout role where you were like, oh, okay, wow, I'm actually starting to get more and more work?
Well, see, I never really had that. In fact, me and a few friends just were like sitting in the same boat, kind of thinking, nothing's really happening. We need to create our own thing. So we wrote and produced a film called Cut, and it's just kind of went out there and like, wow, this is kind of fun. We can do our own thing. We can write our own characters that we see best fit for ourselves. Yeah. And then as that happens, it's this whole Stallone approach where I'm going to do it. I'm going to put myself in it. I'm going to write it. I'm going to direct. And it happens. You're like, whoa, that was kind of fun. And it slowly started to create all this other kind of energy around. Yeah, opportunities. Cool. Exactly.
Wow.
And you see people come out here and they try so hard. And they say it's a 10-year plan minimum.
Really, it really is. It really is, because I've been here for a bit, and now is when things are starting to cook.
I had a session director tell me years back, he goes, I'm so glad you're still in the game. I go, what do you mean? He goes, most people your age literally are stopping because their significant other is saying, listen, this whole acting thing isn't working. I want a family. I want kids. I want a real job to pay for all that. Mm-hmm. So it was like, wow. And I saw I don't want to say the competition, but I saw my fellow actors around me just kind of slowly like, oh, what happened to Randy? He's in Wisconsin now. What happened to John? He moved to Texas to start a family. Sweet. You know what I mean?
But I'm going to be in this.
I'm
getting my Oscar, right?
I'm going to stick around. I'm not going anywhere. It's just...
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, talking about sticking around, seriously, like, you need to get on here. You can ask David Banks whatever you want. He checks the YouTube channel. Listen, he'll respond to. Go to our YouTubes and all that stuff. And George also responds.
I respond. I like the fact that David, he reposted me today on his gram, and he's all verified. So why not tag him? What's your Instagram handle?
Dynamite Dork.
Isn't that great? Okay,
just have the Dynamite Dork. He shows love. He will repost.
Well, I know about you too. I followed you today. Within like 10 minutes, I get a follow back. I'm
yeah, man.
He's on it. Like you. I love it.
Look, I am a Why Women Kill groupie. The fact that you followed me was like, you made my life, bro.
Exactly. You know Well, listen, let's get into predictions real quick because
your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so what do you predict? We'll start with George, then we'll go to David, and then we'll figure it out.
My predictions, which some have been on, some have been off so far.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen with Beth Ann in terms of Rob, but I do see something sparking with April. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I think Rob's going to stick around and kind of get lost in the shuffle. Yeah. And when I say something's happening, it might not be romantic, but they might form an alliance, and Rob might be just out in the doghouse. He'll be out sooner or later. I'm going to take it to Carl and Simone. I know Simone is hurt right now, but I believe she's going to be more open to that friendship with Carl. She's going to see the value.
Yeah.
And they might turn into a 2019 Eli Taylor situation. As far as Eli and Taylor goes, Taylor, there's something called karma. I'm sorry. You left him out. He moved his way in, and all of y'all just need to learn how to share. I do think Taylor's going to find out what's going on with Eli, and it is a problem because you are in an open relationship. Yeah. Eli needs to be open. Hey, Eli, stop the lying, because when you tell the truth, you never have to think, or what's that phrase?
Easiest thing to remember.
Easiest thing to remember.
See, we already forgot, but no, that's
easy, right?
The guy's mind. Yeah,
wow.
we need to be reminded 3-4 times.
Well, we're going to do like a quick, what do you think is going to happen? Because we had to wrap it up.
Sure. Ooh, and that's the thing, because there's so many things going on. It's like your mind is like, but this might. Well, I shouldn't say, because I do know what's going to happen. A couple things, so I shouldn't say.
So maybe I want to
hear from you.
We're gonna let David not tell us, because he knows a little too much. He's worked with Lucy Liu.
I want to know what you are gonna.
For crying out loud! I'm gonna just say real quickly. I think somebody's gonna die next episode, because somebody has to. It's called Why Women Kill. Holleration. So guys, listen. We have to wrap up, and we love you so much. Where can we find you, David Banks, on social media?
Social media is Dynamite Dork.
Dynamite Dork. Guys, follow on Dynamite Dork. George, where can people follow you?
Find me at Mr. George Khouri, last name spelled Khouri.
I love it. And you can find me at Jackie Nova 7 in all social media. And you can find me at oxfilms.us, because my movie comes out October 8th. It's called Art of Deception. It is produced, and with the stars, it's Richard Ryan and myself. So guys, and he also directed it. Listen, you got to go to oxfilms.us, Art of Deception. Thank you again for watching Why Women Kill. We love you. Woo!
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.